Guys, I've been trying to do this video for the past 45 minutes. I'm really not up to it today. I'm going to try one more time, see if this works. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to say screw it and call it that. But let's just try it. When I released the UTB video, 3 tournament players came after me online personally to attack me. Now, part of me is thinking, wow, that's really immature, and the other part of me is thinking, yeah, but I'm not that surprised. There is a long-standing history of paintball players, tournament paintball players, viciously going after people who are detractors of what they do, because I feel they're still fighting for legitimacy within their own sport. I would even venture to argue that they understand that what they do really isn't legitimate, that what they do has no relevance to the game that most of us play. The best way I can find to describe this is, let's say you win the World Cup. So what do you do after that? Well, you're not going to get a shoe contract because the shoe companies don't care about paintball. And you're not going to get your face on a cereal box because cereal companies really don't care about paintball. You're not going to get your face on a sports drink box because sports drink companies don't care about paintball. And you're not going to get your face on television because television doesn't care about paintball, because paintball as a sport cannot pass the bar test. That's another story entirely. I'll tackle that another time. And you are not going to Disney World because Disney World, unless you happen to pay them money, is not going to let you in because they don't care about paintball. Do you kind of see where I'm going with this, guys? Outside of the sport of paintball, nobody cares about the sport. And within the sport of paintball, tournament play is a very small percentage of players. A very highly vocal percentage, but a very low percentage. Let me just put it this way. Where do you think most of the income that fuels the sport comes from? It ain't tournament players, because they want everything for free. And before you get on your high horse and start screaming, well, I don't do that, my team doesn't do that. Of course not, you're all the special little snowflakes, I understand. No, I'm talking about most of the other teams that are screaming that they want sponsorship and free entry fee, free paint, free guns, free jerseys, free everything, because they think that because they're starting to play tournaments that they are better than the rest of us. Let me give you guys a hint. You're not. Which kind of brings me back to the original point here. So why are tournament players still going after the detractors and still doing it personally? Well, it's because what they do is basically irrelevant to the rest of the game. And I think there's some knowledge and some understanding that what they do is basically irrelevant to the game, but they have to scream and yell and bite and scratch and kick until they're blue in the face, there's a reference for you, and try to convince everybody else that what they do actually matters, actually makes sense, actually is important. The joke of it is that tournament play has actually progressed the game in lots of ways. A lot of technological leaps, the paint has gotten a hell of a lot better, the air efficiency has gotten a lot better, the fact that we use nitrogen tanks now, all of these things were basically fueled by tournaments. So if we looked at tournament play as the R&D department of paintball, I think it would be a lot better for that. To put this very simply, the industry looks at paintball players much the same way that an 8-year-old looks at a pack of bubble gum. You use it, you chew it up until its flavor is gone, you spit it out, you get a new piece. And I think at some level these guys understand that their relevance is basically ticking, and the closer it gets to midnight, the closer they get to turning back into a pumpkin and going back to the real world. Kind of an interesting way to think about that when you think about it.